What is up, my friends? We are back with our match reaction after Liverpool have beaten Bayer Leverkusen by 4-0, a result that maintains Liverpool's perfect start to this season's Champions League. A hat-trick for Luis Diaz, one for Cody Gakpo. Pretty perfect, if you do ask me. We're going to go through, give you our thoughts on it, ask you for your thoughts on it, and of course we'll run through the numbers from the game as well. Special shout out to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. A reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our unique discount code Anfield20. That is 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. Right, John Francis, first super chat of the match reaction, was called crazy wanting Diaz as a centre forward when he signed. Well, whoever it was, mate, just tell them that you're proudly loco now. And Luis Diaz, well done, sir. Hat-trick for him as well tonight. Was that his first Liverpool hat-trick? I believe it was. So, at the top of the chat right now, you will see a link. If you would like to submit your player ratings, you can do so by clicking on that link. Connor Dan will tabulate the results and we will compare them to my player ratings in our player ratings video. So, while this is going on, if you want to contribute, just click that link at the top. Jason Son, how are you, bro? And our man of the match poll there has just gone live as well, so remember, you can have your say in that one. So yes, buzzing, Jason, absolutely buzzing, and rightly so. What a night, you know, to come from that first half performance and we're all feeling a bit flat to a 4-0 victory and a perfect start to the Champions League campaign. Madrid, come outside now, said NDI. Absolutely, bro. And bring City with you, because they were beaten 4-1 tonight in Lisbon. Real Madrid were beaten as well at the Santiago Bernabeu. The big boys are doing big boy things. What? Top of the pile. Right. So, your options, by the way, for the Anfield Agenda man of the match, it should be which way you want to click on Luis Diaz, but this being a democracy, we have 4 options. Quivin, Callagher, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk, or Luis Diaz. I would imagine there should only be one winner with this one. Right, let's look at some of the numbers from the game before we dip into the comments. Give people a chat to submit their ratings. So, possession-wise, this sounds mad, right? We won the game 4-0, but we had less possession than Leverkusen. They had 53% to Liverpool's 47%. Total shots, an incredible 22 from Liverpool. 8 on target, 12 for Leverkusen, 4 on target. A low game of corners, only 4 on it in total. 3 to the away side, 1 to us. Total passes, 470 for Liverpool, 526 for Bayer Leverkusen, 87% pass accuracy for us, 86 for them. Tackles, 11 for Liverpool, 14 for Leverkusen, and XG, Liverpool 4.12 to Leverkusen 0.18. So there we go. You know, it just goes to show you sometimes certainly the possession statistics in football mean absolutely jack shit. Just a small mention to the Blue Shites losing 4-1, said Tobias Bakke. Well, they're not the real Blue Shites, mate, but they're the other ones. So the pretenders. And Mike just wants to go Arne Slot. La 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 la. Again, what a night for Arne. Again, it feels like a welcome to Liverpool. Alonso got the embrace before the game, got the adulation of the cop, but he didn't get the result, and that's the most important thing. He did go over to applaud those travelling Leverkusen's fans who, in fairness to them, kept going throughout the game. But I promised you, I felt confident we'd win it, and we won it by 4-0. I just felt like we had their number, and tonight proves to be the case. But, you know, maybe if this was in Leverkusen, it'd be a different game. But tonight it wasn't. It was at Anfield, and Liverpool put them to the sword in the second half. What a club, said Sebastian Tutail, and thank you, Sebastian. And look, thank you everybody, by the way. I want to just take a selfish second to say thank you for helping us get to 280,000 subscribers. It's incredible. Never thought we'd see numbers that high. We do appreciate your support, so please do keep hitting that subscribe button, and let's see if we can move towards 300k in the near future. Mutz, say what you see, said, nah. Luis Diaz, he comes from Les Dianas, and he plays for Liverpool. What a hat-trick, what a player. And that first goal of Lucho's, absolutely beautiful. Special mention tonight as well, though, to Curtis Jones, who I thought had an excellent display. Costas did very well at left-back as well, credit to him. Right, a couple more super chats to get through. Second half slot strikes again, said Arthur Smith. I'm starting to believe it'll be a magical campaign. I hope so. Mitchell Salter as well. Thank you, Mitchell, for your super chat. Said, great win in the end. I wish we could start all the games after half time. I know. It's like we're like, nah, we're not fussed. We'll do it all in the second half. Just wait there. We'll be grand. And we are at the moment. Bob Lafferty said, oh, no, slot. La 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 la. We got what we got. Yes, which is a win, thankfully. The Bins, thank you, mate, for being with us for 10 months as a member. Appreciate you. Said Jones set the pace and we crushed them in the second half. He played really, really well. Curtis Jones deserves his flowers today. That was a very good performance. Covered every blade of grass out there. But I still, like, how do we end up winning that 4-0? It was just brilliant. Second half, and so happy for Lucho. He looked like he really enjoyed that hat-trick. Lucas said, Craig, I thought Ryan was absolutely excellent. What's your opinion? So again, I feel like it's a game of two halves, right? First half, there were some good performances, but the overall performance wasn't where we wanted it to be. Jones, I thought, was incredible. Costas did really well. Gravenberch does what he does, which is just go about effortlessly his work in midfield. But look, all in all it was missing was a Mohamed Salah goal, and it would have been pretty much the perfect night. But I will take any version of a 4-0 victory against Leverkusen in the Champions League. David said I missed the super chat. Sorry, David. Let me grab that up for you, mate. Great result, said David. Clever subs again. Yep, subs were spot on. Absolutely. Would have liked them a little bit earlier, perhaps, but job's a good one, mate. Job's a good one. And again, what I loved at the end of that game was that he brought Trent off. He brought Costas off. He brought Ibu off as well. Gave them a bit of a breather ahead of the Aston Villa game, which is the last game, of course, before the international break, coming up at 8 p.m. on Saturday. Sorry, just had to mute my mic. Didn't want to be coughing into it there for you. The build-up to Cody's goal was absolutely beautiful. It's a gaming dog. How did Jones not get included in the man of the match poll? I don't know. How did he not get included in the man of the match poll, Connor?
It's the top 4 rated in the player rating so far, so you can blame yourselves.
So Connor's now blaming you, because he said he's gone from the highest 4 rated players in the player rating. So he's blaming you guys on that one. And look, I agree. He should have been in there. He was phenomenal, but I still don't think it would have made a difference, mate. If we're being honest, I think with a hat-trick in Europe, I think his first one for the club as well, we got to give it to Lucho. Right. Some super chats to get through. Rob Dance, thank you, bro. Said, honestly, I didn't expect such a start. Let me get your comment up on screen. Rob said, honestly, I didn't expect such a start. Klopp apparently knew a lot about this coach, and that's why he left. Well, look, Arne Slot is a good coach, and you've got to give credit to our recruitment team. I'm somebody that will call out crap when I see it, and I will praise stuff when I think it's deserved. And Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, the owners, and everybody who made this decision to bring Arne in, you've got to say it has been as seamless as we could have hoped for. Jason, Irish Red, and thank you so much for this, mate. I'm now a proud 12-month member. That's incredible, bro. Thank you. It's been great to get to know you a bit over that year as well, Jason. Thank you. Eves Moylan said, tactics of Arne Slot were superb. Now, here's a question for you. Genuine question. Are there many better tacticians right now in Europe or in the Premier League than Arne Slot? Because it feels like every time at half-time he's handed a Rubik's Cube and we've messed it all up and given it to him, and he's handed it back completely sorted out and fixed. So, something worth a conversation there anyway. I'd say you could probably hear Gary Neville tears from here if you listen really carefully. I hope Liverpool smash Man City 10-0 and sup Craig. Said Harry Maguire, how are you? Probably the real one as well. Probably the real Maguire. I heard he's a big fan. Second half was incredible, said Sebastian Tutil. He has them all dying to prove themselves. It's incredible. I had top 4 only hopes for this year, but now, wow. Look, if you're Trent or you're Mo or you're Virgil, why would you want to leave this? And I'm not saying they do, by the way, I'm not. But this is where it's at now. This is something special. This is a movement in the right direction. And I hope that everybody sees that and these contracts get sorted soon. Gio said, can we take a moment to laugh at Madrid and City? Just a little one. Look, whatever about the Madrid one, because I feel Madrid are a bit all over the place this season. That result over in Lisbon is certainly one I wasn't expecting to see. 4-1 as well. It's nuts. Sporting battered City 4-0, 4-1. The icing on the cake. Said Geisser. Well, you actually said beaten City. I threw the battering word in, mate. Sorry. Robert G said, couldn't ask for better from Slot. You'll never walk alone. And thank you, Robert, as well. Look, it's been a pretty much perfect few days, hasn't it? Beating Brighton from 1-0 down in the manner that we did it. And then tonight, coming into a big European night at Anfield. Former great servant and European Cup winner of the club coming back as an opposition manager. Rafael Benitez, that European Cup winning manager, also up in the stands tonight, as per David Lynch earlier on, letting us know that. And they were all in for a treat, because what a second half result. 4-0. 4-0. It's just amazing. I agree with you. That Say It The Way It Is, probably the best live chat. Our chat is awesome, mate. They're such a lovely group of people, and that's why we've so much fun with them. It's always uplifting, it's always positive, and it's always looking out for each other. So thank you. Right, where is this super chat? I'm just bringing them up on screen, not even checking. Rob said, what do you think about Amram and Man United? He's a good coach. You know, I'm not going to say any different, Rob. He is a good coach. I think it's going to take a while for him to get things how he wants it at United, but this is the most concerned I've probably been since Sir Alex Ferguson, because I'd never rated Ten Hag, but I do rate Amram, so I hope he finds a way to fail. Trent better be having second thoughts on Madrid now, said Nessie. I'd imagine he certainly got to think, right, we're building something here, you know. If the question was, can Liverpool challenge under Arne Slot? Surely the answer in Trent's mind is yes, we can. Craig, my girlfriend and I have a job interview in Mayo tomorrow. Could you wish us luck and any tips for us? Love your stream as always. Just be yourself, you know, be yourself. Try to make them smile and just show your good side, and I'm sure you'll be both absolutely fine, and I wish you both the best. Do let us know, Matthew, how you get on, mate, for both of you. Finty Tin said, superb shift by Kelleher, it must be said. He's just so good, you know. I said it in the summer, I'm going to say it again. How nobody was kicking our door down to throw £30 million on the table, I do not know, because he's just brilliant. Just a very good goalkeeper in his own right. Chris Lawrence said, sing it, Craig. Oh, nay, Slot. La, 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 la. And I'll be singing that at the live show in Liverpool as well. I always like to test the crowd with that as soon as I come out. So, how the heck did Forest manage to beat us? Said Rabadam. I don't know, mate, but I'm just glad that's the only blotch on the record this season, and we've put it right since then. But again, I just want to say thank you to Arne, thank you to everybody, thank you to the boys, because this has been just the last week, honestly, it's been incredible. It's incredible, and again, another big game to look forward to on Saturday against Villa. Yeah, just mental. Just can't wait to see what the rest of the season has in store. And the good news is, after this international break, we don't have another one till March. Queen Nadra said, I think it's time for Ancelotti to retire. Well, it looks like Alonso will be going there next season. And look, I love Carlo Ancelotti. I think he's an incredible coach. But Madrid, they never seem to learn that lesson of, you can't just go out and buy all the best players in the world and think they're going to make a team. You got to make the team and then add the talent in around them. Mutt, say what you see, said, my bad, change that to Luis Diaz. He's from Barracas and he plays for Liverpool. I'm still trying to get the grips of that song, by the way. I'm not getting the rhythm of it right yet. Maybe I need Connor to learn to play the guitar. Oh my God, what an orgasmic performance. Is that my wife? Honestly, I didn't see any team beating us beside Barcelona. This is the start of Liverpool's dominance. Look, it's getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but it's certainly a good time to be a Liverpool fan. And Kaz, thank you for your super chat as well. Appreciate that, Kaz. Right, let me get to more of your comments. So, why is nobody talking about Jones' performance? I did. It was an excellent performance. Curtis Jones was phenomenal. And if Luis Diaz didn't get a hat-trick, Curtis Jones would be my man of the match, no doubt about that. He was brilliant tonight. From the very start, even in the first half where we weren't at our best, his pressing, his work rate, and his effort was absolutely top notch. Let's forget today's is everyone delighted as I am? Yes, absolutely. I am buzzing with that win. Jones has been brilliant ever since he became a dad. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hello from Zambia. How are you, Raz? Welcome in, my friend. Said we are flying as usual. It's just great, mate. I just love nights like this, and you know, periods like this where the team are just picking up wins. Shane B said Ruben Amorim. No. Look, Shane, you've heard me say from day one, mate. I'm not going to go back on it. He is a good coach. He is. You've got yourselves a good coach there, Shane. I just hope he finds a way to fail at United. Curtis Jones has come of age for Liverpool, said Kevin Jones. Father Jones, said Trevor Williamson. Man City's going down, said Timothy. It feels like the wheels are coming off that Manchester City juggernaut. Cal Downs said, Craig, hope you're well, and what a night, mate. With another win at the weekend, I really believe we may see contract developments during the international break. Great vibes from the whole team. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine off this winning streak, then go beat Villa, then we get some positive contract news? Wow. Queen Nadra said 2 assists for Salah and a bad game. But the one that really got me, Queen Nadra, was the assist for Gakpo with his right foot. What a cross. And that came just a short time after the shot with the right foot that was awful. So yes, credit Mo for his assists as well. Credit Jones for his brilliant assist for Luis Diaz's first goal. Jones has been immense, said Big Man. Lovely to see you and my friend. How does Slot get it right in the second half? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But as I said, it's like somebody gives him a Rubik's Cube all messed up at half time and just says, there you 15 minutes, fix that. And he does. And also, I think we grind teams down as well. I think first half, certainly Leverkusen felt like they were dragging us from side to side. But as the game went on, we found our way back into it. And in the second half, it really did look like they were dropping deeper and deeper. And we were growing in confidence. And then there was only going to be one winner. Especially playing into the cop end second half. Kaz, thank you again for your super chat all the way from Australia. Said, honestly, Craigo, it's early, but I'm starting to believe this season might have something special in the works for us. So here's what I'm going to say, Kaz. I hope you're right, my friend, and I hope that the owners push us on in January by giving that little sprinkling of midfield quality in there. So, right now there's a narrative that Manchester City are going out into the market looking for Rodri replacements. We have to make sure they fail in that attempt, particularly if they're looking at Zubamendi, and we need to continue to grab this league by the scruff of the neck and do what we can do. And I hope that we get that little sprinkling, that little boost for Arna in the January window. Toshil, love from Canada. Welcome in, my friend. Lovely to have you with us. FSG, pour some sugar on me. Sorry, I wasn't just randomly singing that, by the way. That was a comment in the chat. And look, FSG has never given me any sugar, mate. Never. Maybe someday, you never know. Rob Dantis, how are you, my friend? Said, I think Pep's gone for Manchester City. He feels something. It's either that or he goes completely the other way, Rob, and decides that he's digging his heels in. It will be interesting because we're going to hear about the charges and what happens there in early 2025. And it feels to me like this could be a big time in their development. And I think, I don't want to jinx it, but it does feel like maybe he's going to look at this and think, do I want to do all this again? I don't know, but I hope it continues to fall apart for them. Can you dress as Elmo for the wedding? I mean, never say no, mate. Never say no. I do like a little bit of Elmo, as you know. Nessie, thank you, Nessie, for gifting 5 memberships. Really appreciate that. What a Haddy Bayer man, said Bobby B. Yes. Look, there's something extra special about a Champions League hat-trick. We've seen some great ones over the years. Of course, Salah's had some as well. But tonight, Lucho got his hat-trick, and I'm absolutely delighted for him. We need to get Zubimendi before City does. If he has anything about him, and look, I truly do believe what I'm about to say. I think if he leaves Sociedad, he comes to us. I do. I think, like we said, do you remember when we missed out on Caicedo? We were saying about City had put in Chelsea had put the groundwork in. We've done that with Zubimendi. We're long suitors. We, again, respectfully acknowledge when he did want to come in the summer, and if he does change his mind, I feel like it's got to be us. I do. Especially if he's looking at what's going on here right now. You know, and we've got a fan base, which is important. Big Man said, so happy for Lucho. He deserves it. Madrid losing to AC Milan. I think we beat them, said Adam. Well, we've beaten Milan away from home comfortably. Beaten Leverkusen tonight comfortably. Beaten Leipzig comfortably. Who knows what's next? But it's going to be a test for that Real Madrid team, because Anfield's going to be bouncing for that game. Absolutely bouncing. Now, this is 4 wins from 4 for Liverpool. So we're doing our part in this new format of the Champions League. Alonso is going up for his post-match interview, and I hope he mentions, I'm sure he will, the Anfield factor in the second half. Long RGFX, let me get your comment up on screen, sir. So, Long RGFX said, does Diaz start striker Saturday? Has to, right? I don't know about him having to start as a striker, but he has to start. He has to play. After getting a hat-trick, you cannot drop somebody who's got a hat-trick. So, whether he starts left or through the middle, I feel like he's got to start. Christian, always lovely to see you, my friend. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm buzzing. Much love from the USA. And did I mention that I'm buzzing? Are you buzzing, Christian? Is that what you're trying to say, bro? Are you buzzing? Speaking of buzzing, do you ever get that buzzing? You're thinking, where is my lawnmower 5.0 part of the performance package 5.0 Ultra? You know the way when that happens. Don't forget though, you don't need to pay full price or worry about paying for delivery, because with the Anfield Agenda ball saving spectacular sale, you get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20 at checkout. Your balls, your bank, your missus, everybody will thank you later. Right, Gak and Dave said, I know we have to be humble. Do we? I mean, do we? I'm all for a bit of braggadociousness, mate. I know we have to be humble, but sometimes you've got to relish moments like these and just say F you to Gary Neville and F you to City. Madrid revenge time. I like it. I like it, mate. Well played. David Massett said, not many will beat them 4-0. But we did. But we did, bro. Most clubs would fall off when their starting striker and the world's best keeper got hurt. Unfortunately for rivals, we aren't like most clubs, said Nick. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, Nick. But I thought Arsenal were the only ones that had injuries, Nick, no? Because all the cry Arsenal, I thought they were the only ones that had any injuries. Akeem, Liverpool fan from Jamaica, welcome in, my friend. We haven't had 1,000 likes on a match reaction in a while, folks, and we're close. So if you can, do drop a like for me on the stream. I mean, how could you not like a 4-0 match reaction stream? Hey Craig, how do you feel about what you've seen from Darwin today? I feel he came on and opened up space. Again, I feel like, yes, that game as it went on and they started to tire, having the ability to bring somebody like Darwin off the bench with all that he brings in terms of energy and work rate and running the channels and finding that space to exploit, I agree. Hopefully now we can start to see him do this from earlier in games. But yeah, what an option for Arnold to have there from the bench. Joshua, how are you, sir? Said they will still say we haven't played anybody. But yeah, but look, there's two ways to look at that. You can go with the whole you can only beat what's in front of you, or you could just go they're all deluded. And I like to go with the second version there. They are all deluded. We have the best club in the world, said Kung Fu. Definitely a game of two halves, said Keith Weller as well. It was. And what a second half. I said to Connor, and somebody pulled me up on this fairly, I said, Connor, I'm glad we didn't go to this game at half time. And then somebody, and I love this by the way, sent me a super chat at the end of the stream saying, still wish you hadn't gone to the game. I love that shithousery. It's proper banter, that, so well played. And yeah, I would have been bouncing out of that stadium tonight, absolutely. Oh, internet chat shit to bed.
Why did that a few times?
Everything's gone. I'm just going to refresh it though. It happened the other night for like a second and then it came back. We should be back in a second. We are back. Sorry folks, I don't know what happened there. Obviously, somebody from Manchester City must be getting into the internet. We are back. We are back and I do apologise on that one. Let me just pop this back out. Sorry, I went away for like a few seconds, but I'm back live. Right, I'm just reopening up my chat. Hi Craig, nice to meet you. Looking forward to meeting you in person, said Yusuf. Thank you, Yusuf, and welcome in, my friend. Do you think we beat Villa on Saturday? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy. You know, Villa are coming off some results that they're not going to be happy about, but it's going to be a tough game. Look, they have a good coach, they have a good team, but you've got to say the feel-good factor right now, the momentum and the mentality to just grind out wins, we're doing it in the right way. So let me say this. If we do win on Saturday and we go into this international break, there's everything to be excited about because we'll get players back from injury after the international break. We expect to have the likes of Jota, Alisson, maybe Chiesa, certainly Elliott coming back. There's a lot to look forward to. Right, another super chat to bring up, and thank you all so much for that. Gakpo scoring goals in 3 different competitions in a span of 6 days. Mental stats. What an amazing problem we're having on the left side. Yep, grey headaches. Top-notch headaches for the manager. Villa away in Belgium tomorrow, said Gone AWOL. Less recovery time than us and travelling. Yep. You know, I mentioned that actually on Saturday when we were playing Brighton. So we had Brighton, then we have Leverkusen and Aston Villa all at home in the space of a week. So no travelling for Arna and the boys. Am I right in saying this as well? Arna made a change this season that for home games we no longer stay in a hotel. They stay at home. I think I'm right in saying that. One change he has made. We used to stay in a hotel the night before even the home games. I think now he lets the players stay at their own house, if I'm not mistaken, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Aaron Staunton is on cloud number 337. What a win, what a result. I don't blame you, mate. Look, I don't know how I'm going to get to sleep tonight. I don't. At least I've got the American election to keep me occupied. John Power said, yes, he did make that change. Good. Brilliant. I know if it was me, I would get a much better rest at home. I'm terrible at sleeping when I'm not at home. So that would definitely be something. If I was a player on Arne Slot's team, I would appreciate getting my own bed before a game, even when my wife is trying to break my leg. Are you going to admit it now, Sabrina? Yes, Craig. See? Same front 3 against Villa. Please can we drop them, said Andrew. Look, I don't know how it works out or what team he goes with, but I'm buzzing for the weekend. I'm just raging that we're then going into an international break, because right now I'm buzzing as a Liverpool fan, mate. Just absolutely buzzing. And thank you, by the way, Aaron, appreciate you. And Andrew. Football Factory said, in these moments, I want to just take it all in. Things may change in a couple of months, but for now, I just want to enjoy our success and City's failures. And that's it. It is. It's right to take stock of these moments, mate, and enjoy them. You don't want to get too far carried away, but let's be honest about it. This, in the last few days, has seen a real momentum change in our camp, in City's camp, in Arsenal's camp. And we're the ones who look like we have continuity. We don't look like we changed coaches. It's just brilliant. So yes, enjoy every moment of it, because you should do. Ron Telly said, hey Craig, love the channel from Zambia. Thank you, my friend. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go record the player ratings, but before I do, I want to give you guys a chance to submit yours. So there's a link at the top of the chat. If you want to submit your player ratings, click on that link and do so. Also want to just confirm the Anfield Agenda Man of the Match. We've had We've had nearly 6,000 votes. Incredible, thank you. And your Anfield Agenda man of the match. I almost want to get it to 6,000 now, by the way. So if you haven't voted, I'll leave it a few seconds while we get up Carl's Super Chat. But when will we play anyone decent? I guess we're just too good, Carl. We played Forest. It's mad, isn't it? That's the only game we've lost have been at home to Forest. But again, I'll give Forest the credit because they've had a great start to the season. Right, we need 30 more votes to get to 6,000, and then we will announce and confirm that Lucho will be your man of the match. Best 3 wingers on the planet, and they all play for Liverpool, said Rory McDonald. Love that, Rory. Almost at that 6,000 votes now. Keep voting. There we go. So, with 86% of over 6,000 votes cast, your Anfield Agenda man of the match is the hat-trick hero, Mr. Luis Diaz. Very well deserved, but I want to give a special mention as well to Curtis Jones, who I thought was phenomenal today. And if there hadn't been a hat-trick, he probably would have been man of the match. So, well done to everyone that voted. Thank you to Thomas for his WFM Super Chat as well. Keep an eye out for the player ratings video. It'll be dropping in about 20 minutes time. Much love to you all. Thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped, as well. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping, whether it's the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Chairman, the Dome, or anything else at manscaped.com. Use our unique code Anfield20 at checkout to get 20% off and free shipping. And also, on a selfish note, thank you for helping us hit 280,000 subscribers. You don't know what it means to myself and Connor. Thank you all so much. We'll talk to you soon.